Start.
In the rapid growth in the use of computer networks and the issues of maintaining a network detection system, the attackers keep changing their modes of attacks, and the IDS monitors the network for any suspected and malicious activity by an attacker towards any victim. So, in this project of ours, we have developed using various machine learning classifiers a predictive model that is capable of distinguishing between connection called intrusion or attacks and normal connection. In the initial stage of our implementation, we find correlation among attributes and we further map the categorical features as a part of data preprocessing. Later stage, we implement various models such as naive Bayes, decision trees, random forests, support vector machines, logistic regression, and assemble voting machine. All the models are analyzed based on their training and testing times, as well as prediction scores and accuracies. The implemented models demonstrated that naive Bayes classifier achieved the lowest accuracy, whereas random forest had the highest accuracy.
Hello, ma'am. Pratik and my partner Ishanika. We have done this project on intrusion detection system. So the first part of our project is a data pre-processing. So here I am going to explain how we have pre-processed the data. So here we have first imported the libraries, and then we have imported the uh, headings of the database. So headings are like you can see, headings are buffers, number of logins, IP addresses, service flags, source by destination bytes, and there are around 41 uh, attributes of this dataset. The dataset we are using here is KDD 19 dataset, 99 dataset. Can you scroll down? Keep scrolling. So the training attack types in these datasets are U2R, R2L, R2L, and DOS and probe. So different attacks are listed here, which are there in the dataset. And then can you scroll down? Then we have vectorized the then we have vectorized the attacks of different types according to normal or on the or which category they belong to. Then scroll down. Then after that we read the main dataset which contain all the data points. So after that we visualize the various attributes of the dataset and see how many data points are there for each attribute. Suppose the Smurf attack has 280,000 around entries, and then Neptune has 1 lakh 7,000 entries. Similarly, normal has 97,000 entries. So uh, then same we are visualizing the dataset various attributes of the data types of the dataset. Then we start the data pre-processing part where we find the categorical feature. So a categorical feature here is attack or normal, uh, target and attack type. So target here is attack type here is normal or attack. These are the two classes of the dataset. And then protocols are ICMP, TCP, UDP. So again, these are all the visualization of the data set of various attributes, flags, and logged in, logged out, target, attack type, normal, DOS, R2R, U2R again. And then we have found the correlation among the various data set, various attributes of the data sets. So what we do here is we identify the highly correlated attributes, and we remove one of the two highly correlated attributes so that it doesn't as we know that highly correlated attributes doesn't contribute much to training of a model, because one of the attribute is enough because both depicts the same picture of the data set. So here we find the categorical attributes and scroll down, and then we can see that num root and num compromised had high attributes. So and then server count and and count has high attributes. Server error rate and error rate has high attributes. So similarly, we drop the columns such as num root, server error rate, and distance host server error rate, which has high attributes around 999. That is one around. Similarly, we delete around 7 such attributes, and then the data sets falls down to 33 attributes. And then we can you please go down? Then we feature map the data sets. Here we are feature mapping the protocols ICMP20, TCP21, UDP22, and then again flag feature mapping is done over here, which is 1, 2, 3 for around 10 flags are there. Similarly, we feature map all the categorical features into numbers. Then we can see that almost all the things are converted. Here we are doing the data set split around 33% is for training and 66% is for 33% is for testing and 66% is for training the data sets. And then we have saved the training and testing uh, split to a file so that we can use the same for the further for our data set, modeling of the models. And now my friend Ishanika will explain the further models of the data set of our project.
Okay, so we have implemented around 6 models and we have calculated the accuracies and the testing and training times. Based on that, we have found out the conclusion of our project. So I'll be explaining the 3 models: naive Bayes, logistic regression, and decision tree. So first we'll go to naive Bayes. So in this, we can see that we have applied Gaussian naive Bayes using Python, and we can see that we have taken the training and testing data both, and then we have found out that the training time is around 0.65 seconds, while for the testing time it's around 0.42 seconds, while the training accuracy score is found out to be 87% and the testing accuracy score is found out to be 87%. Now, next we'll go for logistic regression. Similarly, we have applied logistic regression for training and testing data. Here we have found out that the testing time is 10 seconds, while the training time is 10 seconds, sorry, and the testing time is 0.55 seconds. The training accuracy score is 99% and the testing accuracy score is 99%. Now we'll go for decision making. Similarly, again, we have done the same thing. So here, what we have found out is that the testing time is around 0.03 seconds. The training time is around 1 second, sorry, and the testing time is 0.03 seconds, while the training accuracy score is 99% and the testing accuracy score is 99% again. Pratik, do I need to open others, the
No,
analysis
no,
and other?
I'll be sharing my screen now.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Random forest is visible, no?
Yes.
So here we have simply imported the library from SQL and random forest classifier, then imported the data sets which we have uh, dumped in the our past file. So here using random forest, we are taking estimators is equal to 30. And then random forest is basically similar to decision tree, where it is an ensemble model of decision tree where we like take around here estimators are 30. That means we will consider 30 decision tree. We'll make 30 decision trees from the data set, and then we ensemble use voting ensemble from that decision tree to classify the result of a data point. So similarly, we are using training the random forest estimator. The training time here is around 8 seconds and testing time is 1.2 seconds. And the accuracy is very high shown in random forest because like similarly decision tree itself show 99%, so it will be 30 decision tree together, so it will be around 99.99% and 99.96 for test score. And then we move on to SVM. For SVM also we import the sklearn library and then we use gamma is equal to scale. So gamma scale, that means our data set, as we have seen that it is linearly correlated, linearly distributed. So we can use SVC as scale so that a straight line divides the class of the data sets. There are other models also, but here we are using scale. So the testing and training time here is very high in SVM, around 261 seconds, and testing time is 32 seconds. And similarly, bus accuracy also is good, 99.84, and test accuracy is 99.85. And then we move on to ensemble voting. So ensemble voting, here we are taking three classifiers: logistic regression, decision tree, and support vector machines, which itself showed good results. But then we are using N2P, and again, so in ensemble voting, what it does is it takes outputs of the all the three classifiers which we are using here, and it votes among them. Here we can you can see that we are using attributes and hard voting. So hard voting means that it will vote among the different outputs of the different models, and which has the maximum vote, that class level will be given to that data point. So here logistic regression maximum iteration 12 lakhs, and then at recently the entropy criteria is entropy maximum depth for an SVC. We are using gamma scale. So again, we train and test. So here training time. So we're training three models. So it will definitely be higher. 273 seconds is the training time, and testing time is 33 seconds. And then accuracy is also 99.71%. So it is going showing good accuracy also. And then we move on to analysis of all the models we have implemented over here. And so analysis time, we can see that apart from naive bias, almost all the models showed good accuracy around 99%. Uh, and yes, this is the training scores of the model. So around apart from naive bias, everyone showed good accuracy around 99, and then testing scores also, apart from naive bias, everyone showed good, but decision tree stands out in training and testing scores. Here we move on to training times of the model. So SVM and ensemble learning showed very high training times, around 250 seconds, 270 seconds. But naive Bayes recently were around 1 second. So it is definitely, our data set is around 1.5 lakhs big. So the training time of 1 second and showing the accuracy of 99%, which decision tree shows, is definitely a good model, a suitable model we found out in this in our project. Again, for testing time also, SVM and Ensemble were standouts. They showed very high training time and testing times. But decision tree, uh, the model shows lower training and testing times and higher accuracy. So what we found out in conclusion in this project is that decision tree is the one model that we could use in on this data set, and similar data sets that could really classify an intrusion better than any other model in a quicker time and better accuracy.
Yeah, so as very well said by Prateek, the above analysis of various models in our proposed work states that the decision tree model fits well with our data by looking at the accuracy and the complexity of the time. So the conclusion that we drew from our proposed work was that a review of network access procedures based on ML methods to provide new researchers with new information, latest trends, and field progress. The rapid growth of internet use and the creation of huge amounts of valuable digital data are invading the invaders to gain are inviting the invaders to gain the illegal economic benefits and so on. So this proposed work examines the ML algorithms used by IDS in various areas and conducts specific research on the KDD 99 cup data set using MLA, and results are also compared. This study will convey that the detection rate, error rate, accuracy depends not only on the algorithm but also on the location of the application. In the future, we can conduct an in-depth study on the ML algorithms to provide a better idea solution by taking real-time data. Thank you.